Alright, hello everyone. So today is Monday. Now I've already posted the swing days for the week and the swing hours for Monday on Sunday, right? So everything is up and running. So let's take a look at what we've got. So these are the hours for today. Okay, now with gold, we're with gold now. So we've got to look out for Monday plus Thursday and Friday. Now last week, remember, we had to look out for Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So this is Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can see the market breaking out. And I did say this was a buy zone, remember? And I did say we have a potential to break out if it goes above the PST. And if it did go above the PST, so that was like pretty much the way to go. So this still has room to go up at the highs over here. Okay, it already did this 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, move, retracement, and then breakout. So this has got like room to go, and when I say room to go, I mean room to go. So this should like expand all the way up there. So waving up and down, we should go probably into, let's draw that actually while we're here. So if you took technical analysis from me, you know how to mirror it up. So all we have to do is just mirror this up. Okay, and then come down. Oh. Why doesn't it come down? Okay, fair enough. We're just going to have to do this. Just bear with me. It's good if you do this as well. You don't have to do it if you've learned from me anyway, but just in case you don't. Okay, so we should go up onto that line. Alright, so we need to, so waving up and down, that's kind of like where we're going to be going. Alright, so now I can get rid of this, okay. And inside you could also put the Fibonacci's in, not a problem, but at the end of the day, we can just like keep that up there. Something you can do the Fibonacci's in there as well. So as the market pulls back, we need to go back up again. Now on the weekly goodbye kiss, you got 73, which is 2,566. So 2,566 is just over here. That's one. On the daily, we've done all the targets, so be mindful here. Can it still go up? Yeah, because we've got that target up there as well. It's 79, so we could still go up into 2,630. At the end of the day, we should come back down for a good buy kiss to push up. So what I'm going to do is cover this zone. This is going to be a buy zone for us. Okay, so, and today is Monday, so what we can do, the market's broken above the high, so we've got Monday. Let's do this. So Tuesday, so we've got Thursday, Friday, Monday. So we could have a pullback. Okay, so today being a swing day for gold, looking for a pullback period is not a bad idea. If it does, we'll see how things pan out. Your other support here is going to be 2566. So be mindful for that 2566 because it's on the daily, which is that blue line. It's on the weekly, which is the red line. Then the blue is 69. If it goes below 2545 is going to be here, right? So we might have a market retracing into 2545 as well, which is okay. Okay, we don't mind. So those are levels which the market will bounce off at. So, alright, so 2566 is your zone, 2566 here. Alright. And then the other side is here if it decides to turn. So do you want to sell? If in New York, if we're at the right hours, okay, check your swing hours, you can do so. Okay, so today good hours would be, what do we have here? We've got 8:30, right? Yeah, and 8:50 as well you can put. which is there. Okay, 8:50. If you've already learned technical analysis astrology from me, you know these hours, but this is fine. Okay, maybe that 8. Oh, I put 8:05. So let's turn that into 0850. 0850. Right, that's better. Alright, so just make sure you change that to 0850. It doesn't matter, it's already gone, but just for the benefit of the exercise if you're keeping note. Okay. And then the other hours are going to be New York. That 150 isn't bad either. Okay, so you can look out for 150 plus 440. They're also okay. Let's check out the news. Also, let's go home. Let's go into economic calendar this week. So we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Alright, so that Thursday is also nice. Wednesday is a full-on day, so you've got to be careful for Wednesday. Thursday, no news today. Okay, but so that's good actually. That 4:40 to 5:15 could give us a nice one. Also 7:45. Okay, so, and if we do get a swing, it should take us into closing. All right. Okay, so that's that. So buying the lows are okay. If the market keeps pushing up, looking for a sell from the highs are okay. These targets are done. Those are done. If it goes above this 74, which is 2592, let's get into that 2592 zone. If it goes above the 2592, then don't stand in front of it, obviously. Now it has closed above, as you can see, with these few bars, high of Friday. So the market wanting to push up a little bit more is on the card. So don't go blindly selling. When it gets to a level, wait for a reaction on the smaller time frame if you're going to do it, or wait for the next day. Okay. On the weekly, you see this has got room to go up. So if it does come back down, we are buyers. All right. So the red line, the blue line, we are buyers. If it's coming back, the market's going up. So you might not want to sell, and that's fine. So you can just wait for the market to pull back if you're going to go long. Also look out for this place as well. 2,525. That 58.60 zone is 2,541.48. 48 is already there. 41 is already here. So this zone is going to be the zone. All right. If it does come back, we'll be buying. That's a buy zone. This is a buy zone. Let's take a look at euro dollar. Let's take a look on the weekly. It's a new week. Now looking like a pin bar here. Nice support on the line there. If you went long on the line, if you're using 80 AM, you should be fine. If it does something crazy, comes back again into 58, which is 1040, you can go long again at 1040 if it does that. Okay, which is going to be 1040 there. So I'm going to get rid of this now. This is already done, nice and easy. Remember, this was the weekly last week, and we said if it comes down here, you're good to go, and that's what the market did. So let's just do this. There you go. All right. Now this week with the euro dollar, you're going to have to look out for Monday, Tuesday. Okay. So we've got Thursday up day, Friday up day, Monday up day. If it's like Monday, so tomorrow also may be a retracement day. But this is a nice breakout. So we want to go long. Okay. Flag formation. Market buying the low on the PST. On the weekly, last week on the weekly PST, beautiful buy. We can follow that through. If the market pulls back, give us a good price. Where daily pivot's good, weekly pivot's good, 1040 is good. I can get rid of this now, and that's fine. And then where do you want to go? Let's check out the targets. Wow, that is going to be pretty high. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, we've got room to go up. What about the monthly? LCL 1, 12.25. Okay, 12.25 is a bit out there. I'll put it on just in case. Take that for a target. If it keeps pushing up, we can keep pushing up. Okay, not a problem. If you want to buy the low of Friday, wait for the stop sweeps. If it comes in, the weekly is good. This is good to go up. Let's take a look at the SP 500. Pushing all the way up there. Not relaxing, but this is still okay to sell if we get a pullback. Well, this is a bit of a pullback. It's a serious pullback. Let's take a look. Monthly. So this trend is still up. Obviously, they're buying everywhere. Let's take a look at the daily. There we are. So what can we do? Now, last week I did talk about this gap here. Alright, so I said there's a gap which we need to look out for. There were gaps in a few indices last week. So what to do? On the daily, 64, 5671. Let's just do this. And then refresh. Whoops. 5671. So that's still a target there. If you want to sell, that's not a bad spot. Swing day for this is today, tomorrow. I've posted it anyway, so you can check them out. Maybe we'll do a stop sweep and push down again. Okay. Now this hasn't come into that zone, which is weird because it should have. I'm just going to keep this there because that's still on the cards for us. So that red line's a sell zone. If it gets up there, the weekly is 65, 5756. Wow, if we target up there, 5756. We'll keep down the cards as well. Okay, keep us on the cards too. We'll see how it goes. Alright, there we go. So maybe we'll push up a little bit, take this, sweep it up and then push down. I don't know. Alright, we'll have to see. You've got to match time and hours. The support is going to be LCL1 and HCL1, which is 5578, 5578 and 53. 5578 is going to be here. And 53. So don't muck around in the middle of nowhere. Wait for the market to do its thing. Alright, so that weekly pivot is on the cards. That's on the cards. And we've got an up day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this is also, it also needs to pull back a bit. Okay. And that'll probably depend on the news. Okay, so you can wait for this for Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. Okay, we could do that Monday, Tuesday. And we'll see how things pan out. Alright, but at the end of the day, if we're at highs, looking for a sell might not be a bad idea. Okay. The market is still back up there, but you can see there's not enough strength to push it all the way back up and break it out. So we'll see how it goes. This is a sandwich zone. So that is a resistance which I've marked in, and that is a resistance. If the price goes up into those levels, selling is still an option. Okay, let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now indices are going to be together as always. So now remember with this one last week, it was kind of like on the daily, wasn't it? It was right on the daily, okay, because we had, this is a new line now, but remember last week we had this line, okay, and the market bought right on the line and just shot up. So on the daily today we've got that 66, and that 66 is 41687. Let's do this. 41687.8. It's around here. Alright, so that's target zone there. And then we've got a what? We've got 1, 2, 3 day update. So we're in for a correction as well this week. So that's still a high line there. And on the weekly, 67, 42,215. Only if it breaks above the daily, we could go to 42215. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, if we get there. Okay, so from the highs, selling again may not be a bad option. There's room to cover here, and this is a fast move up, so they want to kind of like treat this like a retest. Last week I told you it'll fill the gap. Here is the gap, just slightly above there. There you go. I drew this line last week, and the market filled it in, swept stuff, and we have closed below that. Okay, so looking for a pullback to go back down again may not be a bad idea. So on the swing days, looking for a sell is okay in my opinion, and those PST levels hold well. Okay, so if you're around those PST levels at swing hours, okay to sell. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Last week, same kind of thing. I've marked that gap here. I said it's got potential to go up, and that's basically what it's done. And I said don't stand in front of it on a Friday, just let it do what it needs to do, and then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, as we talked about it. Now here, if you're using ATAM, let's do this. Alright, see that's also a line there. Okay. So this is also resistance on the daily. On the weekly, we've got a breakout pullback to go back up. It's also looking okay. And this is on the weekly. Come on. Why is that doing it? Why is it doing it to me? Never mind, this is the weekly. Okay, so if we've got room to go up after this breakout, you see we've got retracement. So the PST is broken out. A pullback to buy can only be down here, and the market can also want to keep on selling. Okay, it's a bit tricky. Okay, but we still have room down here, but then that's done its target. What can I do? NASDAQ, leave it alone for the moment. If it does come back down, okay, then you can buy on the red blue. Red's okay, 51, 19,021. Okay, so standing in front of it a little bit might be a bit tricky. So let's do this. Scale fix it. Okay, 19,021 is down here. Okay, we don't mind coming down. This has got room to come down. Okay, so I don't think, this has got a breakout, okay, as you can see, right, on the weekly. Okay, so it's got a breakout. And that 51, 19,021 is not a bad place to retrace back down. Okay, so, there are two options here. If you're gonna buy it, do it there. If you want to sell it on a swing day, you're also welcome to do it. Okay, because this zone is not a bad zone. And then there's just a bit of a gap here as well. So these zones I've also marked in. So this is a little tricky. Okay, this is a little tricky. This has got room to sell as well. Okay, so I can get rid of this. Why is that? Because that's your PST level here. Just under it there, just on the line there. So on the one hand, this is a PST level. It's closed the gaps, and maybe it'll just sweep here, or it'll go there. So this is a bit trickier than the others, okay? Because there's still a bit of a gap here. So with Nasdaq, I'm not sure. We have to wait for a reaction, because this can go both ways, okay? But if you want to buy, I'd buy it on the low side of stuff, and wouldn't like to stand in front of a PST breakout, okay? Because then you can buy it low if it comes down. If you want to sell, let's say the market comes up here, stop sweeps last week's high, and then we have a reaction at an astro hour, the swing hour, a trading hours reaction. Then on a smaller time frame, the pullback is okay to sell with a tight stop loss. Other than that, I wouldn't muck around with it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin. So this zone we talked about before, if you recall, okay? And I did say we might come up for a goodbye kiss into that zone, and they did, okay? And that's your goodbye kiss, and that's the market. Now remember, from your last week's swing days, okay? Last week's swing days, I said for Bitcoin, Monday, Wednesday, and did I say Friday? I should have said Friday too, but if I didn't, Friday should have been there as well. Okay, but I'm pretty sure I added Friday in. Okay, because I got it in my notebook. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so that's your Friday. That's your Wednesday breakout, and that's your Monday high. So Monday high, market dips down, nearly closes gap, pushes up, and then we're going back down again, and then it's touching pretty much this line here. Okay, now because Friday was also a swing day, market coming down is fine. This is a fast move up, retracing down. Okay, kind of like an A, B, C again. Remember, that was the impulse wave. Market moved up. Okay, and now this is an impulse wave, A, B, C, up, pushing down. Now this say we should come into this zone, and I still say we should, all right? So we should be like popping our heads further down into that 50,049 zone, okay? Obviously, there's no guarantee, but this is a good setup. 50 is 60,535. So 60,535. 60,535 is pretty much there. Okay, so look, this is the high of last week. All right, so I'll put this here. If the market breaks above that, any pullback is fair game to go long, because you would have broken above the PST. If you want to buy, the weekly is 41. Let's get rid of that, which is a price of 52,661. 52,661. 52,661. Well, around here. Alright, so let's say 700. Okay, for the sake of argument. So the market can still push down. I don't mind pushing it lower. Like I said, these are all retracements up to sell where they sold off before. So now this becomes an impulse wave. Chuck a Fibonacci on there. It should bring us there. This should definitely be swept, and then that should probably be hit. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I'm now gonna get rid of that because that's being cleaned out. Okay, and this has also been done, okay, because it's tapped into it. The only thing left is down here, okay, and that's basically it. So we don't need to muck around with this anymore. Let's just minimize this. And that's it. Alright, so if it does keep pushing down, I don't mind following it. Like I said, it should dip into the 50k and even possibly lower. This green rectangle is there. But like I said, if it breaks above, then on the weekly, don't stand in front of it. Don't stand in front of a PST breakout, because if it breaks up, we can definitely keep pushing up. Okay, but there are gaps here. Wanting to fill this in would be great. If you want to buy it cheap, this is going to be your zone on the weekly. If it dips down, that's 41k. All right, now here on the daily, we're already at target. It's already done it. We've got one more at 35, which is 54,317. So I don't know if it'll push down that far, but you see that's the zone there. Okay, so coming down into this zone, it's fine. Okay, so trading hours, swing hours, wanting to push it down is okay. Just make sure you don't go above and break this. If it breaks above that, then the pullbacks are going to be valid where they fill in gaps to go long. Alright, should make sense if you've learned from me.